Hi everyone, this is Ultimo Camdog speaking to you for the first time. And I've been seeing a lot of these Pokemon battles with commentary on YouTube, so I thought I'd give it a try. So here we go. These are just some random Wi-Fi battles in Battle Revolution. So I started off with my Dragonite, which is my anti-lead Dragonite. He started off with a Kingdra, the opponent, and his Kingdra had Ice Beam, which I didn't see coming because most of the Kingdras I fight are physically bulky and dragon dancing like crazy. So I didn't really see this coming. So now I go into my Milotic, because my other one is a Honchkrow, and I was afraid that the Kingdra would just Ice Beam that to death. And even though my Honchkrow had Sucker Punch, I didn't know if it would be enough to defeat the Kingdra. So I'm here with my Milotic. I wanted to Ice Beam. I think he predicts the Ice Beam, and he switches into his Dusknoir, which takes the Ice Beam pretty well, as you can see. So, also some leftovers right there. Right now, I just wanted to see if I could outspeed the Dusknoir with my Milotic, and I can. So, I get the Surf, it does some damage, and then the Dusknoir does Will-O-Wisp. So, which is kind of funny because my Milotic doesn't have any physical moves on it, and also it has Marvel Scale, so its physical defense goes up by half. But of course, Dusknoir doesn't have any physical moves really, so the point's just moot, and I'm just getting burned every turn. So I go for Surf, I get a crit here, which is really great, but then his Dusknoir goes Pain Split, which is a really good move for him. It dropped me down to half, and it brought him over half. And this Milotic is a Rest Talk Milotic, so that means now I'm in danger that if I ever rest, he can just Pain Split and get rid of all the health I just recovered. So, because of that, I just decided to do Surf, expecting Pain Split, but he switches into his Kingdra, which of course resists water times 4 since it's Water Dragon, which was a good move. But, I don't think, this Kingdra, I didn't think at the time it really had anything to hurt me, so I wasn't really that worried. So he switches out here to his Dusknoir. I think he was predicting the Ice Beam, but instead I just took this chance to rest, and I'm able to get rid of that burn, and I can heal all my HP back. Of course, I'm still have the problem of it using Pain Split or something, but I wasn't really figuring it right now because the Dusknoir has pretty high health already from the last Pain Split. So now he switches in. He sees me resting. I think he thought it was a free switch, so he switches into his Scizor. But I have, as I said, this is a Rest Talk, so I use Sleep Talk. I get Surf, and it does a sizable amount of damage to that Scizor. So now I'm a little bit wondering what this Scizor is going to do, because I know that Milotic can resist Bullet Punch. So he goes X-Scissor, which I don't commonly see on Scizors these days, but it doesn't do a lot, because even though it's a stab X-Scissor, Marvel Scale gives Milotic higher defense, so she's able to take that pretty well. And I get another Lucky Surf, which is good for me, and I know I'm going to wake up on this turn, so I just go for the Surf instead of resting again. He goes for X-Scissor, but Marvel Skill is still in effect because I'm still asleep, so I take that pretty well, and I get the Surf, and that Scizor goes down. So right now I'm happy that at least finally something died on his team, and I still have my Honchkrow in reserve. So now I'm wondering what he's going to do now. And he goes back into his Dusknoir. I go for Ice Beam because right now I'm predicting that it's going to switch into Kingdra. But it doesn't switch into Kingdra. It stays with Dusknoir. And I'm going to try to keep using Ice Beam for at least another 2 turns. So, just predicting the switch. So, I guess like right now, I can kind of explain why I don't really upload a lot of these battle videos, and it's because of this Milotic. And this Milotic is good at stalling. And the problem is that normally when I fight online, most of the battles I have online turn into these ridiculously long Milotic stall battles. Like for instance, this battle itself was 16 minutes long, and I have to speed up the video in order to fit it onto YouTube. And I think it just barely is going to make it. So that's why I don't really like to upload a lot of these, but you know, if anything extraordinary or interesting comes up, then I'll make sure to upload it. So anyway, I use Ice Beam again, and finally he switches into Kingdra, and I get the Ice Beam on the Kingdra like I wanted. The Ice Beam didn't really do a lot of damage, but probably the best I could do at this point. Better than, using Surf or something. So anyway, I'm going to go for Rest, and he does something interesting. He goes for Rain Dance, and I wasn't really sure why he would do that, since I'm also a Water Pokemon too, so that means all my moves are going to get boosted as well. And, I was thinking, oh, maybe he wanted Swift Swim, but I mean, this is Milotic. He already knows he outspeeds it, so I don't know why he would need Swift Swim. Then I realized that he was probably doing it because he wanted to boost his Surf. And as you can see right there, he got the crit, and it did do a sizable amount of damage, especially for something that a Special Def Tank resists. So, that was probably it. So, I'm just recovering and going on. Waiting to see what he's going to do. And he goes for Dragon Pulse, and I actually didn't see this coming, because he didn't use it before, and I'm like, why didn't you use it before? That's a much better move than Surf at this moment. But, whatever. At least it works out in my favor. So I do Surf, which is slightly boosted by Rain Dance, but still 4 times resisted, so it's not really useful. So, right now, I know I'm going to wake up on this turn, so I'm going to try to rest, and I'm really hoping that I can survive another Dragon Pulse, and he doesn't get a high damage roll or a crit, and he doesn't, and luckily I just hang on just barely. And I'm able to get my rest, I'm able to get all my HP back, and I'm feeling pretty good. So now I'm going to Sleep Talk, of course. And Kingdra goes for Surf again. Does less damage because it doesn't crit this time. I Sleep Talk, and I get the Ice Beam, so that's nice. And then something really funny happens here, that he actually gets frozen. And his HP drops low enough that it activates his berry, and he gets the special attack boost. So normally I'd be worried about that, but I'm thinking, oh, he's frozen. There's no way this special attack boost is going to hurt me. But then he thaws in one turn and Dragon Pulses me. It hurts me quite a bit. So that's just bad luck on my part, and I'm just freaking out because now that he has that special attack boost, he can actually take me out. So I'm really worried right now. I know I'm waking up on this turn. I'm going to try to rest, but I thought that he was going to just finish me with Dragon Pulse and it would be over, and I'd be screwed. But then, instead of finishing me off, he does Rain Dance. And, I was thinking about it after the battle, and I thought that, I think he doesn't know that rest only lasts 2 turns. So he was trying to set up for whatever my third thing would be, and then after he took out the Milotic in the next turn, he'd pretty much have it in the bag. But of course, that didn't turn out in his favor. He made a bad move on his part. For me, I'm just lucky that he made that bad move, and I'm still in this game. So we're back to more stalling, but this time this Kingdra's starting to get worn down. And so I'm going for Sleep Talk, yes. I'm going for the Sleep Talk. I've lost what turn of Restless is. So he goes Dragon Pulse, that hurts me quite a bit. And I go for the Sleep Talk, and I'm just really hoping I get an attack move, and I do, and it's Surf, because if I got Rest, then that Milotic would be dead in the water. Pardon the expression. But he gets Surf, that takes down that Kingdra, and something funny is that now that the Kingdra did Rain Dance before it died, I now have Rain Dance support, so that means my Surfs can do more damage to that Dusknoir. So this is all really working out in my favor. So right here, I go for the Surf instead of resting again because I was afraid Dusknoir was going to do Pain Split. Let's say he does Shadow Sneak, but luckily because of Marvel Scale and because Dusknoir's attack isn't really that great anyway, I'm able to resist that pretty well. And I do a large chunk of damage to Dusknoir. And of course, and now I'm awake, and of course on this turn, I know that my Milotic is faster than his Dusknoir, so I'll be able to Surf, and I'll be able to pick up the win. So, right here, that's just the game. And, and there goes the battle! Yeah, a little bit retro for you kids out there. Yeah, so there you go. Good game. Japanese guy. I'm sorry, I don't know Japanese. I hope all of you watching enjoyed this video, and I hope that you'll enjoy whatever it is I upload later on. So yeah, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.